I wanted to do kind of more of a fun, colorful summer makeup tutorial for you guys. Usually I stray more towards like neutrals, but every now and again I do like to switch it up and, you know, use some color. And I thought I would do a tutorial using one of the MAC Le Disco eyeshadows. And this is in the shade Try Me On. It's just such a beautiful color. It's like a teal, I don't even know, like an aqua teal color with like gold reflex in it, and it's so beautiful. These came out, I believe, last summer from MAC, and they were like so hot, they flew off the shelves, they were limited edition, but MAC is actually coming back with these, so I'm so excited, and they're going to be permanent. So if you guys want to see how I get this fun, glittery, colorful makeup tutorial here, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so first off I'm going to start with my eyes since we are doing a glittery look today. I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer and just covering any kind of discoloration or redness I have on my eyelids. And then I'm going to go in with my Essence I Heart Stage eyeshadow base. And I absolutely love this eyeshadow primer. I recently picked this up and I am obsessed, and it's like only $3 at Ulta. You just cannot beat this. Now I'm going in with my Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette, and I'm taking, I believe, Sora and Frappe and mixing the two shades together. And I'm using my Morphe E27 blending brush and just taking that all up into my crease and kind of into my socket area, and just softly diffusing this throughout that entire area. And then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear. And I'm taking that on a smaller, I believe this is the Morphe M433 blending brush. And I'm focusing this more into the crease and the outer V just to deepen things up and really bring some more depth and dimension to the look. So you just want to keep building that color until it gets to the intensity that you desire. And then I'm going to go in with the dark brown shade from the palette. And I'm also going to deepen up that outer V and take a little bit up into the crease as well. Just again to bring a little bit more depth and dimension to the eyes. And same thing, I just pack on a little bit of color and blend it out and keep adding more until it's to the intensity that I wanted. And now for the fun part, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. And I'm just taking that all to the lid area where I want that aqua glittery eyeshadow to sit. And I'm going in with the shade called Try Me On. This is the MAC Dazzle Shadow, and it is so stunning. So I'm using my finger at first because I feel this is the best way to apply these shadows. I feel like I get less fallout with this. And I'm just packing it onto the eyelid. And then I am going to go in with a kind of like a flat shader brush. I believe this is like one of the Urban Decay brushes that came in one of like the Naked palettes, and just trying to get into the inner corners and just pop on that beautiful aqua shimmery shade. And with any glittery eyeshadow, you are going to inevitably have some fallout, so I am going in with a makeup wipe and just cleaning up any of that glitter that may have fallen down on my face. And then I'm going in with that dark brown shade, again from the Makeup Geek Manny palette, and just blending that into the aqua shade. You want a nice gradient between the two colors. So I go back and forth between the brown shade, and then I'll pop on a little bit more of the aqua shade until it kind of gets that nice blended effect. And now I'm going to tightline with the Urban Decay eyeliner in the shade Perversion. This is just a dark black eyeliner. And then I'm going to go in with some falsies. I'm using the Cocoa Lashes in the style Queen Bee. Now going on to the face, I'm using the Makeup Forever primer. I'm using the smoothing primer first and taking that all over my face. And then I'm going to take the mattifying primer just to the T-zone where I tend to get a little more oily. And then for foundation, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation, and I am so obsessed with this. I do have oily skin, and I still love this foundation. I think if I use it with a mattifying primer and I'm, okay with touching them up throughout the day, that this works fine for me. I have a full review on my channel, so if you're interested, I'll link that down below. And then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. I believe I'm using the shade Light Neutral, so just taking that to my under eye area and blending it out with a damp beauty blender. And then I'm going in with the MAC Prep and Prime pen in the shade Light Boost and taking that through the high points of my face just to do a little bit of highlighting and just really bring some light and dimension to the face. And next I'm going in with the ColourPop highlighter in the shade Wisp, and this is like a beautiful cream highlight. I like to use it with my beauty blender and just take it to like the high points of my cheekbones, a little bit to the Cupid's bow. Sometimes I'll take it to the chin and nose. It's just a very subtle highlight. If you want something more natural, you can definitely leave it at this, but I like to use this as a base, and then I will go in with a powder highlight later on. But for now, I'm going to set my under eye area using my Makeup Forever pressed HD powder, and I like to use this with a slightly damp sponge. So I'm using my Real Technique sponge and just setting the under eye area. And if you can tell, it makes such a huge difference. Look at my right eye compared to my left eye. I feel like it just really smooths everything out. It makes everything look just like flawless and poreless. This powder is absolutely amazing. So I just tried to set one side of the face, that way you can see the difference. I mean, look at the other eye. You can kind of see like my kind of like under eye bags are still there. It just makes a huge difference. So I've been obsessed with this powder lately. And then I'm going on to brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Dark Brown. I plan on doing an updated brow routine, so if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I will definitely do that. I have a brow routine that I filmed probably a year or two ago. I can link that down below, but I'm not going to go into full details of how I do my brows. And then I am going to highlight my brow bone using MAC Shroom. This is one of my all-time favorite brow highlights. It's just the perfect shade. So I'm just taking that to the brow bone and kind of blending it down into my transition shade and make sure everything blends seamlessly. I go back in with a big fluffy blending brush as well. And now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm just going to take the same shades that I put into my crease. I'm taking a mixture of Sora as well as Frappe and just dusting that into the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the MAC eyeliner in the shade Costa Riche. And this is a beautiful like reddish brown eyeliner, and it's one of my all-time favorites. And then again, just kind of blending everything out on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take some of that dark brown shade on a little short shader brush and just really define the outer half of the lower lash line. This is just going to really bring some more depth and dimension to the eyes. And for my tear duct highlight, I'm going in with Champagne Pop. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Champagne Collection Face Palette. So just taking that to the inner tear duct. And I think this just gives the most beautiful highlight and really opens up the eyes. And then for mascara, I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara. And of course, taking that to the bottom lashes. And I will also blend in my falsies with this. For my face highlight, I'm mixing Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. And of course, just taking this to the typical, high points of my face, to the cheekbones. I love to take this to the Cupid's bow, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose. I'll take a little bit to the chin and sometimes above my brows to kind of give you a nice brow lift. And now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. I'm using the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Cream Bronzer. This is my all-time favorite bronzer. I absolutely adore this, especially for the spring and summertime, because it just gives you the most natural sun-kissed look. It's not heavy, it's not cakey. It's just very, I don't know, it just like sinks into the skin and just looks so flawless. So I like to use this with like a duo fiber brush. I believe this one is from Crown Brushes. And just bronzing up, the cheekbones, perimeter of the forehead, a little bit to the chin, and sides of the nose. And for blush, I'm taking the center shade from the Champagne Collection Face Palette. I always forget the names of these, but I will list it down below in the description bar. So just taking that to the cheekbones and blending that back up into my bronzer. And this is just the most beautiful, like, I don't know, bronzy yet peachy blush. I am so in love with this. And then I like to go back in with my stippling brush and just kind of soften the edges. And now I'm going to set the face using my Skindinavia Bridal Makeup Setting Spray. And going on to lips, I'm lining them with the MAC lip liner in the shade, what is this, Boldly Bare. And then I'm going in with the Kylie Metal Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Air. And this is one of my all-time favorite combinations. I think it's just so beautiful for summer because it's like a peachy nude, but you have a subtle kind of, metallic shimmery effect. And so I absolutely loved the way that this lip option turned out. But if you want to go for a more bold option, I went in with the NYX lipstick. And this is in the shade Indie Flick, and it is just like a gorgeous true orange color. And I thought it looked gorgeous. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.